On a night when the heavens roared and the winds howled, a child was born who would shake the very foundations of the world. His name was Alexander. Raised by a warrior king and tutored by the greatest mind of his time, Aristotle, Alexander of Macedon was no ordinary prince. He was a child of ambition, of destiny, born to rule, born to conquer. Under the guidance of his father, Philip II, Alexander learned the art of war, the secrets of strategy, and the power of discipline. At just 16, he led troops into battle. At 18, he fought at Cheronea, smashing the mighty Theban and Athenian armies. He was not a prince who watched from the sidelines. He was a warrior in the fray. Then fate struck. Betrayal, assassination. King Philip was dead, and at just 20 years old, Alexander was crowned King of Macedon. And the world would never be the same again. Alexander wasted no time. With only 40,000 men, he dared to challenge the Persian Empire, the most powerful force the world had ever seen. His enemy, King Darius III, ruler of millions, master of countless lands. But Alexander did not flinch. Where others saw an empire too vast to conquer, he saw a throne waiting to be claimed. At Granicus, he struck first. With his phalanxes unbreakable and his cavalry unstoppable, he crushed the Persian satraps. The world began to take notice. This was no ordinary king. This was a force of nature. But the real test came at Issus. The Persian king himself, Darius III, led an army of hundreds of thousands. The odds were impossible, the numbers overwhelming. But Alexander, he did not fear numbers. He did not fear kings. He cut through the Persian lines like a storm, striking deep into the heart of their army. And when Darius saw him coming, the mighty king of Persia fled. For the first time in history, Persia trembled before a Macedonian. With every victory, Alexander's legend grew. Egypt, the land of pharaohs, welcomed him as a liberator. At the sacred temple of Amun, he was declared the son of Zeus. He was no longer just a king. He was a god in the eyes of many. But Darius III was not done yet. At Gaugamela, he gathered the largest army the world had ever seen. Tens of thousands of war elephants, Persian immortals, and cavalry from every corner of his empire stood ready to end Alexander's conquest. But Alexander, he saw not an army, but an opportunity. In one final brilliant maneuver, Alexander broke the Persian lines. Darius ran for his life, and the great Persian Empire fell. He was now the ruler of Asia, the master of the known world, a mortal who had become a god. But Alexander was never satisfied. He wanted more, always more. He marched into India, where he faced the mighty war elephants of Conqueror. He defeated them, but at a cost. His men, tired and longing for home, could go no further. And for the first time, Alexander turned back. At the height of his glory, at just 32 years old, the greatest conqueror in history fell, not in battle, not by sword, but to a mysterious illness. Some say poison, others say fever. But one thing was certain: the world had lost a titan. His empire, the largest the world had ever seen, would not last. But his legend, it would never die. 2,000 years have passed, but his name still echoes through history. He was a warrior, a strategist, a visionary, a man who refused to accept limits. His conquests shaped the world, spreading Greek culture, ideas and knowledge across continents. His tactics are still studied by generals today. His ambition still inspires leaders, dreamers, and warriors. He was Alexander the Great.